What's up, gamers? Mass Gamer here today to talk to you about another one of our Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 weapon reviews. Today we're talking about the MP7 submachine gun and what a treat this weapon is. First, we're going to start off with a spray comparison. Hip fire, no attachments. I'm going to go ahead and do a couple of examples aiming down the sight here. As you can see, this is a very accurate weapon. It does have a little bit of an upward kick, but it's about the only flaw with this weapon is it does have a little bit of kick, but it's definitely not bad as far as the accuracy goes. This is one of the best weapons in the game by far. So now we're going to go ahead and add rapid fire and range and give you the same comparison. We're going to go ahead and aim hip fire. So you can see there's a drastic improvement there with the hip fire. And then aiming down the sights. There you go with that upward kick, but if you aim center mass, you're going to get a lot more headshots with this weapon. Give you another example. That's pretty. Right down the middle. So if you shoot somebody's stomach, you're going to get a headshot. If it even kicks up that high. So now we're going to go ahead and jump into a gameplay here. We've got a looks like a domination on Village, which is my personal favorite as far as game types go. Started out a little bit rough. This was a pretty competitive game here. I really enjoy the MP7. I use the heck out of it. If I'm not having a good day or I'm not playing very well, oh, and if you notice, I stuck that guy, but somebody stole the kill from me. This weapon definitely has a lot of power behind it. Really accurate. High rate of fire, really nice iron sight. It's super lightweight. You come face to face with anybody, you're pretty much going to take them every time. This is, in my opinion, one of the best weapons in the game, if not the best weapon in the game. Like I said, it's lightweight. Iron sight's really nice. It doesn't block up a whole lot of your screen. You can do a lot of jumping, drop shots, crouching, whatever you need to do. This weapon can do it for you. For attachments and proficiency, just like the majority of the submachine guns, I highly recommend and suggest that you use range and rapid fire. This weapon can go toe-to-toe with most assault rifles once you have the range and rapid fire added to this weapon. In my opinion, one of the strongest categories in the assault rifles, the ACR. The MP7 compares right up with that, so I don't really know which one's better. I like both of the weapons. I think both of them are some of the best weapons in the game, but I don't know which one I prefer. It's one of them. One of these two. I think the MP7 for me, in my game style, which is usually a lot more aggressive, as you can see, the MP7 works a little bit better for me, even though the ACR is really good. So for the ratings, I rate these weapons in 4 different categories. First one is power, how much power the weapon doles out, how much damage you're going to do with each specific round and burst. Accuracy and reliability, that's the overall accuracy and reliability at all ranges, close range, mid-range, and long range. The movement, how much the weapon bogs you down, how much jumping and crouching and jumping into prone are you going to be able to do with it. And the first strike, when you come toe-to-toe with somebody, are you going to be able to win that battle? Are you going to be able to win? Who's going to come out on top when you're, face-to-face? So for the power for this weapon, I rate it a 4 out of 5. Very strong. It is the strongest SMG, and it just puts out a lot of power. It honestly should be pretty much in the assault rifle category because it does put out a lot of power. The accuracy and reliability, I also rated a 4. This weapon is highly accurate, even up to long ranges, and it is 100% reliable. I mean, you always know where your shot's going to go. Movement, I rated a 4. Super lightweight, very versatile. You're able to jump, juke, bob, and weave, everything you need to do, and I don't know how I just got shot in the back like that. That was a very rookie mistake. And the first strike, I rate it a 5. Hands down, there are weapons that have a higher rate of fire than this. The PP90 happens to be one of them, and I think the UMP is slightly better as far as the rate of fire goes. But honestly, for the first strike, this is just about the best weapon. I mean, when you come toe-to-toe with somebody, you are 9 out of 10 times going to win with this weapon. So I actually rate it a 5, giving the MP7 a grand total of 17. If you're looking to increase your kill-death ratio and you want to find the weapon of choice, I highly suggest you use this. This is, in my opinion, the best weapon in the game. You know, it's pretty close with the ACR, but if I was probably going to choose it, I would have to say the MP7. Close second would be the ACR, but you've got to use this weapon if you haven't. It is a lot of fun to use. You can use it for any situation, any map, any game type. And as far as player skill goes, I break that into 3 different categories. From beginner, maybe doesn't know what Call of Duty is, hasn't had a lot of experience with first-person shooters. And then there would be the average player, which is what the majority of Call of Duty players are, in my opinion. And then you are going to have the good players. In my opinion, this weapon is good for everybody. The beginner can use this because it does have a really nice accuracy and a lot of power, and it's easy to use. The average players are going to be able to definitely increase their kill-death ratios if they use this, and a good player is going to be able to create total mayhem and totally destroy people on the game field with this weapon. It could be used by anybody. And the player types, you're going to have your defensive, which is somebody that kind of camps, guards objectives, doesn't really put themselves out there too much. Then you're going to have your moderate player that kind of play the middle of the field, not necessarily rushing, but not necessarily camping. And then you're going to have your aggressive player. I suggest this weapon for all 3 different categories. I really think that a highly skilled moderate player is going to have just about the most success with this, followed by a close second of an aggressive player. An aggressive player is going to be able to do some extremely beast damage with this. You're going to be able to surprise people. You're going to be able to take people out that are camping. You'll be able to get that first shot off most of the time. You can just do some serious damage with this. The class setup that I recommend and I personally use for this is sleight of hand, hardline, or assassin, followed by a close third of quick draw, even though it's not necessary because the hip fire is so pretty with this weapon. And then of course stalker. That would be the ideal setup for this, obviously depending on what you're using. I mean, if you're using the specialist kill streak reward, then you can kind of mess with that a little bit depending on what your play style and what your end objective is, but I definitely suggest that as a base class for it. This weapon is just amazing. As you'll see, this was a pretty competitive game. I have a little bit more deaths than I usually do and than what I like, but it was a pretty intense game. I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun playing it, so I figured I'd share it with you in this gun review. MP7 is so versatile that you're able to pretty much do anything with it. I mean, if you don't want the rapid fire and range, it is a good standalone weapon. So if you want to put a red dot on, if that's what you prefer, you can do that. If you want to change up the optics on it, put a different sight on it, you can do that, and this weapon is still hands down one of the best weapons in the game. As you can see, I do a lot of beasting with it, and I actually pick up a couple other people's MP7s during this gameplay as well. This gun is just a pro gun. As far as the game types, you can use it for anything. If I'm playing a 2 vs 2, 1 vs 1, 3 vs 3, or whatever, this is my weapon of choice. When I'm just straight up going for slaying and kills, this is what I will use. It's good for search and destroy. It's good for free for all. I don't really see any downside to this weapon at all. I mean, I couldn't really think of anything to make it better. It is that good of a weapon. If you're looking for that weapon that's going to be your main staple, I suggest you use this or revisit it if you didn't have a good feeling with it the first time. Use it for 200, 300, 400 kills. See what you think. I guarantee that you're going to agree with me. This is the weapon to use. So yeah, for a recap for this weapon, I would just say it has all pros, no negatives. I don't really think that anything could be changed with it. It's just that good of a weapon. So if you're looking to increase that kill-death ratio, use this weapon and you know, stick with it. As you can see in this game, it's pretty brutal. It goes back and forth the entire time. Village, it is a it's one of the more poorly designed maps as far as flag placement for domination, but for some reason I still like it. You know, you could easily get people trapped in A if you hold down the village, which is a strategy that a lot of people will use. That's why it's more of a lopsided map, I guess you could call it. When you have, you know, two of the flags close by and then one kind of held at the end of a couple choke points, because I mean really there's only a couple different ways you can get into the village, and they can easily be held down by you know, 2 or 3 people. I mean, you can hold down this bridge area with one person pretty easily, and you can hold down the C flag with one person pretty easily as well. So you know, if you're a clan or whatever, that's typically going to be the strategy, is to hold down B and C and keep people trapped out at A and let them come to you. I mean, you can easily keep people trapped. I've seen people get mobs on this. Oh, and here's the final stand, last chance. Crap, 2 in a row by 2 guys on death streaks. So disappointing when that happens. Then I go to get revenge and somebody already took it from me, which sucks. They need to take that out. I don't understand. They said that they were going to take it out of the game, and then what do? They put it in as a death streak. And not only that, they make it more powerful. I mean, it's just, I don't understand why they would put it in the game. Why they would put it in the game and then allow you to use your primary weapon with it. It makes no sense. At least in Black Ops, it was just a pistol. You know what I mean? But in this game, they just juiced it up. Oh yeah, we're not going to put it in the game at all. Not at all. We're going to take it out completely. We're listening to our fans. Oh, never mind. We're going to make it even worse. But that being said, I mean, for some reason, this game is, I think, the one of the most balanced first-person shooters there are. I know people complain about it. They have fixed a lot. They fixed a lot of the lag issues that were in the beginning of the game. I remember when I first started playing, and the lag issues were just so ridiculous that it was just, you know, if you have a bad connection or a good connection or whatever, it would just totally make the game lopsided, and it just really depended a lot. Your kill-death ratio ended up depending on what your connection was and who you were connecting to in the game. So they really have fixed a lot of things. They've tweaked some of the weapons. They've made some tweaks in the game to make it more balanced. I think they've done a good job with it, and I'm hoping that this is going to translate into Black Ops 2 when that comes out. I think they've learned from a lot of their mistakes, and I think that Black Ops 2 is going to be a treat for everybody. So here we go down to the final kill. Oh, I see a guy over there. I'm going to pop out. Oh no, don't get the 2 kills. So we only beat them by 3 points, but it was a fun, intense game, and hopefully you enjoyed the gameplay, because I enjoyed playing it. So appreciate you guys watching our videos. Hopefully you enjoy them. If you subscribe, please like this video. If you like our videos, please subscribe. And until next time, the Masked Gamer is out.